Everybody, are you ready to light a tree?
Thank you.
All right, we're getting ready. We're going to say a couple of things, and I'm going to introduce our amazing mayor and a few other people who are sharing this experience with us tonight, and then we're going to count down and light the tree. So let's first give a big round of applause for the Young People's Teen Musical Theater Company, its director, Nicola Bosco, who were just performing a little while ago. A little bit more enthusiasm than that. So again, my name is Phil Ginsberg. I'm the general manager of your San Francisco Recreation and Parks Department. Welcome to our 88th annual holiday tree lighting. So we love our traditions in San Francisco, right? And this is one of our best and most important traditions. But what makes this year even more exciting is that this is the first year we're starting a new tradition of winter lights in Golden Gate Park, where we not only light our holiday tree, but on the other end of JFK Drive, and maybe some of you have been down there, we're going to be lighting up our beloved landmark, the Conservatory of Flowers, which is the oldest structure in Golden Gate Park, right after this tree lighting. So it is, how old is it? That is a great question. Golden Gate Park will be 150 in 2020, and that building is about 130. That's close enough. But that really is a great question. So we have a number of really special people who want to celebrate with all of you park-loving folks tonight. But I first want to recognize, and I'm going to bring him back up in a second, our mayor, Mayor Ed Lee. Woo! I'm going to tell you how old the tree is. This is the smartest group I've ever had in the front row. Hold on. I will answer that question for you in a second. But let me recognize some other people. Joining us tonight momentarily is our former mayor, Willie Brown, who's going to help us light the conservatory. Woo! Woo! Our state assemblyman, Phil Ting. Woo! Our District 2 supervisor, Mark Farrell, and his amazing family. Woo-hoo! I believe floating around here is District 11 supervisor, Asha Safai. Woo-hoo! Our public defender, Jeff Adachi. Woo! Our amazing treasurer who's in charge of all the money, Jose Cisneros.
Give it up for Jose.
Our sheriff, Vicky Hennessy. Woo! We have floating around someplace with his kids, the district director for Senator Dianne Feinstein, Sean Ellsburn. Woo! The district representative for Senator Scott Wiener, Anna Avoyan, and I believe Scott's aide, Jeff Cretin, is here.
All right.
The mayor's director of special events, Martha Cohen, is here. Woo! San Francisco Police Commander David Lazar and his family are here. Our fire chief who delivered Santa is here, Joanne Hayes White.
All right.
From the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services, Derek Brown. Woo! From the Department of the Environment, our director, Debbie Raphael. Woo! From the Department of Early Child Care and Education, September Jarrett. From our Housing Authority, Barbara Smith. From the Human Services Agency, Trent Rohr. From our school board, Hydra Mendoza. And we have our commissioners, along with the mayor, my bosses. We have Commissioner Kat Anderson here. Commissioner Tom Harrison. Commissioner Eric McDonald. We have Planning Commissioner Myrna Melgar is here joining us. Have I missed anybody? We have not, because he's coming. So this event and other family-friendly events we host throughout the year would not be possible without the generous support of our sponsors. So I want to thank Kaiser Permanente, who is here, Illuminate, Obscura, the Conservatory of Flowers, the San Francisco Parks Alliance, and our special guest, Greg Perloff from Another Planet Entertainment, is here. How many people have been to that concert down the road? All right, you guys, you asked the great questions, a little bit about the tree. 88 years ago, Uncle John McClaren, who was our founding park superintendent, started the tradition of lighting a mile-long stretch of trees on Fell Street that ended right here in front of McLaren Lodge, where he lived at the time. This was his home. Now it's my office and only feels like my home. But this is the official tree behind me of the city and county of San Francisco. It is a Monterey cypress. It is over, who asked the question? 130 years old. And despite losing a few limbs over the years, it stands tall tonight and proud, for pretty good for 130, and it is sporting over 550 lights that we are going to turn on momentarily. And before we do, I need to mention one more thing. None of this would be possible without the hard work of the entire staff of the Recreation and Park Department, who plan these events for you. And we're kind of blowing it out tonight. John McClaren started with a mile on Fell. Tonight we've got a mile of rides and music and food and lights and snow and a little hockey rink all down JFK to the south. And after we light this tree tonight, we're all gonna march. I mean, you can stay if you want, but the cool kids are gonna march down to the conservatory and we're gonna light that up. And none of this would be possible without my staff, so I really wanna thank Bob Palacio, our Superintendent of Recreation.
BP.
Jim Wheeler, one of our recreation managers who is responsible for the planning of tonight's event. Our entire recreation staff, everybody is working tonight to make sure you have a great time. I want to thank our tree toppers. Think about how those lights get up there. They do an amazing job every year of protecting our 140,000 trees in our park system. And they all are also the ones that hung the lights tonight. Our electricians, who make sure the lights turn on. Our structural maintenance crew, all of our park staff, everybody has a hand in making tonight a success. So let's give a big round of applause to the hardest working group of city employees for doing their job tonight and bringing you so much fun. Woo-hoo! So just a little bit more about what comes next. So after we light the tree tonight, we're going to celebrate a love for all seasons. If you remember, this summer we celebrated the 50th anniversary of the Summer of Love, and we learned so much from that experience and its history that we've recognized that love is not just for summer, it's for all seasons. So this year's holiday tree is dedicated to love and world peace. These bright lights help illuminate our fellow neighbor, friends, and family. The holiday season celebration is our own staff's labor of love. And if you've seen the train, the holiday train that's painted every year, and a special shout out to Joe Padilla and the painting crews and the structural maintenance staff, it honors the theme of love. So I encourage you to go see it. So again, after tonight, after we light this tree, we're all gonna march and sing and dance our way down to the conservatory when we light that up. But let's get on to the business at hand. And let me introduce to you our park champion-in-chief. He truly loves his parks. He loves to play. He loves his sports. He loves special events and community. A very, very loud round of applause for our mayor, Ed Lee.
Thank you, Phil.
Merlin.
Wow. Everybody having fun tonight? All right. Well, I have one message tonight, and I'll be very short because I am. You know, we wouldn't have the talent of our commissioners, of our directors like Phil, of the wonderful staffs that we have, staffs that not only staff these events, they're staffing my climbing wall at Glen Park. So we have these wonderful things, but it wouldn't happen unless we had park lovers like the residents of San Francisco, the people sitting right out in front of me. So I want to have a big thank you to all of the residents of our wonderful city for supporting our parks. Thank you very much. And with that, and with all of the love that we have to share with each other, and the fact that we are still the only city in the country where every resident can only have to walk 10 minutes to a park. That is one of the greatest accomplishments. I get to brag about that from here until some other city lies and brags that they have a park within 10 minutes, because I know we do for a fact. So I am really happy to join all of you to light this wonderful 165-year tree and to make sure that we have a celebration, and that I'm going to keep working really hard because I want to help more people celebrate like you. And let's help 1,000 people get off our streets this winter. How about that? I'm going to try to do my best to do that. I hope I got your support for it. And when the tree is lit, I'm going to come down here. If you want to be on that ice rink in the Embarcadero, come see me. I've got free tickets. All right. Thank you.
Free tickets.
Mr. Mayor and all of our special guests, let's gather around. And I would love for our mayor and Assemblyman Ting and our other dignitaries, our commissioners, to lead us in a countdown from 10. We want this lit, right? Are we ready? Are we ready? All right, Mr. Mayor, count us off from 10. There's the switch right there.
10,
9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
hey! Happy holidays, everybody. We wish you a warm, loving holiday, and we encourage all of you to join us in a march. We've got a brass band, we've got light sticks. Anybody who wants to come down to the conservatory, we're going to light that up next. Join us. Thank you.
Once again, for Mr.